Hello, friends. I woke up this morning and was so excited to see the snow, so beautiful. So I bundled up and I walked over to our classroom to check on our koi. I don't know if you remember, we have 3 baby koi getting bigger in the aquarium in our classroom. Good news, they're healthy and strong, eating heartily. They were glad to see me. The orchids in our classroom are also blooming by our front window. And I picked up 4 of our favorites, monster stories, 4 monster stories, because I just so much enjoy a little bit of a scary story because we can practice being a little scared and then feeling strong and brave with these pretend monsters in these books. I have 4 that I picked the 4 that you might have at your home because lots of you I know are good readers at home, and these are pretty popular. So if you do have them in your home, perhaps you'd like to go get them so that you could look at the pictures in your own book or maybe even read along with me. If you don't, no worries, because some of these words are probably already in your minds. We read them so many times at school. One warning in this favorite, Leonardo, it says poop. One of the pages. We don't usually say that at school, but it's such a good book, I'm going to read it anyway. So I'll read this one first. Leonardo, the Terrible Monster. Mo Willems, we love him. Everything he does is fantastic. Where the Wild Things Are also never gets old. Many of you have this at home. Miss Chisty used to have a picture of this in her classroom. The Gruffalo. The Gruffalo is also awesome. We love it. And I've already read this. I'm going to read it again. The Bravest Knight. I think of this as a monster book because it has that creepy troll guy at the end who's pretend, but he sure is ugly. Okay, book number 1. Leonardo, the Terrible Monster. These pages are big, guys, so I'm going to do my best that you can see the whole picture, but I suspect a little bit will be cut off. Leonardo was a terrible monster. Look how sad he looks. He couldn't scare anyone. He didn't have 1,642 teeth like Tony. He wasn't big like Eleanor. And he wasn't just plain weird like Hector. You see Hector? Hector is weird. Leonardo tried very hard to be scary, but he just wasn't. One day, Leonardo had an idea. He would find the most scaredy cat kid in the whole world and scare the tuna salad out of him. Leonardo researched until he found the perfect candidate. Leonardo snuck up on the poor, unsuspecting boy. And the monster gave it all he had. Look at that. Until the little boy cried. Yes, cheered Leonardo. I did it. I finally scared the tuna salad out of someone. No, you didn't, snapped Sam. Oh, yeah, replied Leonardo. Then why are you crying? I gotta take a breath at the beginning of this. My mean big brother stole my action figure right out of my hands while I was sitting playing with it. And then he broke it on purpose. And it was my favorite toy, and I tried to fix it, but I couldn't. And I got so mad, I kicked the table, and I stubbed my toe on the same foot that I hurt last month when I accidentally slipped in the bathtub after I got soap in my eyes trying to wash out the bird poop that my brother's cockatoo pooped on my head. And I don't have any friends, and my tummy hurts. Whew. That's a lot. That's why, he said. Then Leonardo made a very big decision. Instead of being a terrible monster, he would become a wonderful friend. You can see he's hugging Sam, saying, "It's okay." But that didn't mean that he couldn't try to scare his friend every now and then. Boom. The end. Oh, what a good book. What a good book. Where the Wild Things Are. You know how this one goes, guys. We can read this in chorus when we're at school, can't we? All together. I'm pretending I'm with you. I'm pretending I hear your voices in my head. That night, the night, Max wore his wolf suit and made mischief of one kind and another. His mother called him Wild Thing, and Max said, "I'll eat you up." So he was sent to bed without eating anything. That very night in Max's room, a forest grew and grew and grew until his ceiling hung with vines and the walls became the world all around. And an ocean tumbled by with a private boat for Max. And he sailed off through night and day, and in and out of weeks and almost over a year to where the wild things are. And when he came to the place where the wild things are, they roared their terrible roars and gnashed their terrible teeth and rolled their terrible eyes and showed their terrible claws. See the whole picture there, double pager. Till Max said, "Be still," and tamed them with the magic trick of staring into all their yellow eyes without blinking once. And they were frightened and called him the most wild thing of all and made him king of all the wild things. "And now," cried Max, "let the wild rumpus start." Now, you could get up and dance if you want to and swing. Nothing dangerous, boys and girls, but get the wiggles out for sure. Swing your arms, stomp your feet, make a little noise. Such good illustrations. There he is in his king position. "Now stop," Max said, and sent the wild things off to bed without their supper. And Max, the king of all the wild things, was lonely and wanted to be where someone loved him best of all. Don't we all want that? Then all around from far away across the world, he smelled good things to eat. So he gave up being king of the wild things. But the wild things cried, "Oh, please don't go. We'll eat you up. We love you so." And Max said, "No." The wild things roared their terrible roars and gnashed their terrible teeth and rolled their terrible eyes and showed their terrible claws. But Max stepped into his private boat and waved goodbye. And sailed back over a year and in and out of weeks and through a day. And into the night of his very own room, where he found his supper waiting for him. Story ends, right, guys? And it was still hot. I could read that. I've read it 100 times. I'll read it 100 times more. The Gruffalo. This copy was given to us by our good friend Emerson. Thank you, Emerson. The Gruffalo. A mouse took a stroll through the deep, dark wood. A fox saw the mouse, and the mouse looked good. Where are you going to, little brown mouse? Come and have lunch in my underground house. It's terribly kind of you, fox, but no, I'm going to have lunch with the Gruffalo. A Gruffalo? What's a Gruffalo? A Gruffalo? Why? Don't you know? He has terrible tusks and terrible claws and terrible teeth in his terrible jaws. Where are you meeting him? Here, by these rocks, and his favorite food is roasted fox. Roasted fox, I'm off, fox said. Goodbye, little mouse, and away he sped. Silly old fox, doesn't he know there's no such thing as a Gruffalo? On went the mouse through the deep, dark wood. An owl saw the mouse, and the mouse looked good. Where are you going to, little brown mouse? Come and have tea in my treetop house. It's frightfully nice of you, owl, but no, I'm going to have tea with a Gruffalo. A Gruffalo? What's a Gruffalo? A Gruffalo? Why, don't you know? He has knobby knees and turned out toes and a poisonous wart at the end of his nose. Where are you meeting him? Here by this stream, and his favorite food is owl ice cream. Owl ice cream, to whit, to whoo! Goodbye, little mouse, and away owl flew. Silly old owl, doesn't he know there's no such thing as a Gruffalo? On went the mouse through the deep, dark wood. A snake saw the mouse, and the mouse looked good. Where are you going to, little brown mouse? Come for a feast in my log pile house. It's wonderfully good of you, snake, but no, I'm having a feast with a Gruffalo. A Gruffalo? What's a Gruffalo? A Gruffalo? Why, you don't know? His eyes are orange, his tongue is black. He has purple prickles all over his back. Where are you meeting him? Here by this lake, and his favorite food is scrambled snake. Scrambled snake, it's time I hid. Goodbye, little mouse, and away snake slid. Silly old snake, doesn't he know there's no such thing as a Gruffalo? Oh, but who is this creature with terrible claws and terrible teeth in his terrible jaws? He has knobby knees and turned out toes and a poisonous wart at the end of his nose. His eyes are orange, his tongue is black. He has purple prickles all over his back. Oh, help! Oh, no! It's a Gruffalo. Boy, he's ugly, isn't he? There's no. My favorite food, the Gruffalo said. You'll taste good on a slice of bread. Good, said the mouse. Don't call me good. I'm the scariest creature in this wood. Just walk behind me and soon you'll see everyone is afraid of me. All right, said the Gruffalo, bursting with laughter. You go ahead and I'll follow after. They walked and they walked till the Gruffalo said, I hear a hiss in the leaves ahead. It's Snake, said Mouse. Why, Snake, hello. Snake took one look at the Gruffalo. Oh, crumbs, he said. Goodbye, little mouse. And off he slid to his log pile house. You see, said the mouse, I told you so. Amazing, said the Gruffalo. They walked some more till the Gruffalo said, I hear a whoop in the trees ahead. It's Owl, said Mice. Why, Owl, hello. Owl took one look at the Gruffalo. Oh dear, he said, goodbye, little mouse, and off he flew to his treetop house. You see, said Mouse, I told you so. Astounding, said the Gruffalo. They walked some more till the Gruffalo said, I can hear feet on the path ahead. It's Fox, said the Mouse. Why, Fox, hello. Fox took one look at the Gruffalo. Oh, help, he said. Goodbye, little mouse, and off he ran to his underground house. Well, Gruffalo, said the Mouse, you see, everyone is afraid of me. But now my tummy's beginning to rumble, and my favorite food is Gruffalo crumble. Gruffalo crumble, the Gruffalo said, and quick as the wind, he turned and fled. All was quiet in the deep dark wood. The mouse found a nut, and the nut was good. There's a woodpecker in the tree. Can you see it? That's a good book, a good rhymer, right? Okay, last book, guys, The Bravest Knight by Mercer Mayer. He has more than one good monster book, but I think that this is his best. This is a classic. I wish I lived 1,000 years ago. There would be beautiful castles, kings and queens, good knights, bad knights, fair ladies in danger, evil dragons from the mountains, and a giant troll that roars and eats anything. I would work for the bravest knight in the kingdom and be his squire. I would shine his armor, sharpen his sword, and take care of his horse. I would wear a hat with a fuzzy feather on it and carry a slingshot. The knight and I would wander through the countryside in search of adventure. We would rescue fair ladies from bad knights. We would fight the evil dragon from the mountains. Sometimes I would rescue the knight, and sometimes the knight would rescue me. We would make the evil dragon and bad knights pick flowers for the king and queen. The king and queen would ask us to save the kingdom from the terrible giant trolls. We would ride to the giant troll's castle and call him to come out and fight. This is the scary part. The trolls come out only at night, so someone would have to go and get him. I would guard the animals. The battle would last all day. When night came, it would be very quiet. Finally, the winner would come out. This picture's dark, huh, guys? Look how ugly that guy is. Woo, and big too. Big and ugly. I'm glad I don't live 1,000 years ago. He was just pretending, because there aren't really giant ugly trolls. Boys and girls, I miss you. All your teachers miss you a lot. If you have time and you have pencils or crayons or markers at your house, perhaps you could draw your own Gruffalo. I'd love to see it. All the Gruffalos. They would all look different, and that would be good to see how different one Gruffalo can look from another. Stay in touch. Be good at home. It's very hard to be home for so long, and I hope we can be together very soon.